Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are the Mongol Empire and we are continuing to paint the map blue. And that is fantastic. We have also made, I think I'm finalizing-ish, a new rule. I still want to hear from you guys on it. Technically, this is moments after I recorded the last episode because I've been lazy and fallen behind a little bit, but in the last episode, I proposed that we remain on high partition, that we are not allowed to disinherit sons anymore, and that we are required to always have a spouse and full concubines. And I think I like that. That means that every life we're going to have a bit of a shake-up, and we're going to have a bit of a succession crisis, where we need to deal with a few things. That said, as long as we only have the single empire title, which technically we have 2 right now, but 3 right now, 4, or no, that's a kingdom title. We have 3 empire titles right now. But 2 of them are titular. Only one of them is a landed empire title. So as long as we don't create more empire titles, in theory, that's fine. Now, on high partition, will it give out additional empire titles? Honestly, it might. I don't know. That might be a thing that it does. Okay, so we just fought this guy and took a kingdom from him. We do need to continue to push over this direction. Pushing towards Khazaria would be good for us. There's a lot of decent land grabs over here that we can get done fairly quickly. The next question is, what about pushing down into Tibet and India? That's a lot of little guys down there. There's no doubt about that. We can change this guy's contract. And honestly, I feel like for this particular playthrough, normally I would go for taxes. I would normally do that. I don't think we need the levies, honestly. I think it's got to be taxes. There we go. That'll be fine. We can grant vassals off to rightful liege. We're greedy, so we don't really want to do that. We're just going to ransom off any prisoners that we've got. If I can get into the court tab, that usually helps. So we'll ransom all of those guys off and get a decent chunk of gold for our trouble. And then I think we're just going to slowly push our way down over here. So if we were to declare on this person, we could do a duchy conquer. Or just a county conquer. Now, that would not fully subjugate her. We could do a Mongol invasion, but that's split in between 2 kingdoms there. So that is not helpful. So it's going to have to simply be a county conquer. Yeah, that's the only way it can go. We'll declare that. She's small enough, though, that she may submit to the Great Khan. And we're kind of hoping that she does. So all we're going to raise here is our special troops. We want to be primarily using those. They're going to run out soon enough, and they don't reinforce. And they're also going to go away when this guy dies. So we want them to be used up by the time this guy dies. So we're going to use these, and hopefully she'll submit to the Great Khan. That would be the ideal scenario here, because otherwise, we're going to have a truce over here, and it's going to be a whole thing. But no problem so far. We're at 33% war score. She is heading south with her troops. Interesting. Not exactly sure what her plan is there. Maybe loop around over here and attack? Like, attack over here? That would be foolish, but whatever. Seems good to me. Let the traitor be known to all. And then we're going to go hit her capital. I'd love to see us submit to the Great Khan here. Let's see if it happens. This is going to get us borders over here, though, so that's good. We can't declare... That would be so broken. If we could declare additional wars with this force raised, that'd be insane. Like, I would not be in favor of that. But that idea just struck me. That would be bonkers if you could do that. Well, they'd be treated like retinues then, at that point, right? Like the CK2 retinues. I'm going to give her a moment here. See if she submits. He doesn't seem interested. We can end this war at any time, and I know that. I also know that it will automatically end after so long, and I'd like to allow her to submit, because if she does, then we get this county as well. That's the idea here. No? Okay. Well, we'll enforce the demands. It is unfortunate, but it is what it is. A castle holding, huh? Fascinating. I mean, we are getting into some feudal territories over here, so that is fine. I'd like to clean up a few more of these little areas over here. I'd like to attack up over here. I mean, we've got the full map paint going on while we have this guy alive. Next life, I do want to work on reformation of Tengri. That is, I think, going to be an important thing. And once we settle into feudalism, can they still submit to the Great Khan? That's a question. And will we lose the Mongol invasion CB? Those are all questions that I have that I don't know the answer to, and we're not going to know the answer to, of course. Let's see, if we adopt feudal ways, that'll change our government type, but we'll still be the Mongol Empire. So there is that. We do need development in our capital to be greater than or equal to 5. And that should be something that can be done. I mean, this is coming up by default. Yeah. I do think that we should probably start having our steward increase development in our capital. He was increasing development somewhere else. I'm not sure where, but this will be fine. And yeah, once we get feudalism, then we can get all of these under our control a little bit better, and that'll all be a little bit simpler. We can build this, I guess. Anything that we can build over here? Yeah, we can build palisades. That'll be fine. Otherwise, I think I'm pretty happy with all this. Even with this on organized levies, I think that's okay. Another interesting interaction that I just thought of. I have no idea how this would be balanced. But what if there was a way in the major decisions here to spend like a whole bunch of prestige, and that would carry these troops over into the next life, but then another way to spend a good chunk of prestige, like probably 5,000 or so to carry these over into the next life, but also a way to spend, say, 1,000 prestige on a probably 10-year cooldown or so, and restore these guys up to, I don't know, maybe restore 25% of their total troop number. It'd be an interesting way to dump prestige. It's not a great way necessarily to keep the game balanced against the Mongol Empire, but also, the Mongol Empire is supposed to be ludicrously powerful, at least right now. That should change, though. So I'm thinking about attacking these guys next. That is super inefficient. Well, I mean, it's 200 prestige for 2 counties. That's not great. These claims are not interesting to me. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't love it, but we're going to have to do it at some point, right? We're going to have to take this. Might it be better off? They're different duchies. I mean, we're going to have to do it at some point, right? So let's go ahead and do a Mongol invasion here. This will open our borders against these 3 for additional invasions. So I guess it'll do. We'll drop our rally point here. And we're going to raise up these troops. There's really not a ton of them. But they'll head on in. I mean, there's enough. There is enough. Yeah, this will be enough to subjugate. I mean, entirely subjugate her, in theory. But we don't have that CB. So we're going to invade here. We maybe should have gone here first and then headed down, but it's about the same, I think. There we go. I'd love to see us submit to the Great Khan, but I don't think that's going to happen here, since she is a kingdom tier realm. Well, hello there, pretender rebels. They look like some, 70 prestige or so. We'll take that. So we'll hop in over here. Where's her capital at? All the way over here. Okay. That's a very long ways away. The pretender rebels are already gone. So I guess we'll just siege our way south and see how that goes. That'll be fine. But this will open up a front up here against all 3 of these. And that's fine. We do like additional fronts opening up. I would like to start cleaning up some of these little guys. That would be good. But for right now, there's only so much that we can do. We're still truced with this guy, and that would be the next big move that we'd make. But yeah, cleaning up a lot of this. In fact, look at all this border gore over here. Look at this. This is border gore. Anything that is not this lovely shade of blue, that's all border gore. Sweden, you don't count. Sweden doesn't count. These guys don't count either. I think this is a slightly different shade. Yeah, it is. But I think this is our shade of blue, isn't it? Maybe not. I am, after all, colorblind. So this is different. I think this is different. Regardless, it doesn't matter. Anyone who is not within the Mongolian Empire is described as border gore at this time. And it is our goal to eliminate all border gore. It will go. We can create a bunch of titles, and that's something that we can do next life. Oh, I just thought of something. What if, instead of having it be prestige... This is not great. This is not great. Okay, what if it, instead of it being prestige to carry these over and replenish them, what if it cost 5 levels of fame to carry them over? And then what if it cost a level of fame to replenish them? That might be an interesting way to do it. I mean, we're capped right now. We're not getting anything from any fame that we get here. It'd be interesting to have a way to spend down that fame somewhat while still trying to retain above thresholds. And, what if for the Mongol Empire, if you dropped below, Exalted Among Men, you started getting huge vassal penalties and such? That'd be a pretty neat interaction, I feel like. So you're incentivized to spend down your levels of fame, but you have to keep them above certain thresholds to keep all of your vassals below you mollified. I think that'd be really neat. At any rate, that's not how the game works. So we're just going to head on down over here. And that'll be fine. This is a lot of work for 2 counties, isn't it? That's definitely what it feels like. I would like to start pushing down into India. But all of this will take time. I suppose we could declare simultaneous wars down here and use our troops rather than the special troops. That is something that we can do. We can declare war over here. How would we want... Oh, right. We would have to declare it before this war for that to work. But that's definitely something that we can think about since we can raise the Mongol Horde instantly. We're heading over towards their capital. Have they arrived up here to siege any of this back? Nope. Okay. Now this is bold. This is very bold. This looks like some sweet, sweet prestige. We're gonna grab it. We're at 70% war score. And these raiders, they're very dead. Very, very dead. Okay, that's 322 prestige for us. 843 casualties for that. Well, it is what it is. Technically, we wouldn't get those casualties going over here. Okay, I guess we'll walk in here. A little strange that we're not going to get the casualties there, but we are here, but sure. I guess that's fine. Supply limit of 2150. Yeah, it's okay. We're at 75% war score right now. We may just have to avoid sieging this. Let's see how that goes. I want this war over ASAP. That net does 85. Oh, now we can walk in without any attrition over here. That'll be fine. I guess it is spring now, so... Sounds good. We can create a bunch of titles. That's okay. And let's just wrap up this war so that we can continue our expansion. Grabbing all three of these simultaneously would not be a terrible concept. New diplomacy lifestyle perk is available. We already filled all of this out. Let's go ahead and grab groomed to rule. We can reset our perks. And then re-grab all of our existing perks. And grab groomed to rule again. So that way all of our children get a double groomed to rule. And then we'll just buy ourselves a new cloak to help with that. Now, our stress is way up there. There's no doubt about that. And we need to hand out one of our titles. Now, there's a title over somewhere that we personally hold that we don't actually have to. And I'm not exactly sure where that title was at this point. Let's go through our... Not this. Let's go through our titles here. This chiefdom. Where is this? That chiefdom is correct for us to hold. Okay. This one is, I believe, our capital. This one is correct for us to hold. Pretty sure this one is as well. Yes, it is. Let's see here. That one's our capital, actually. Where's this one? Ah, this one's the one I want to hand out. Okay, we'll go ahead and grant this off to... This guy's an existing vassal. We'll grant it off to this guy. Wonderful. Okay, let's finish up this war, shall we? 97%. These guys are heading northward, but we don't care. 98. Once again, I would love to see them submit to the Great Khan. I don't see that happening, though. 99%. Either ticking war score or this siege will get us there. And it was ticking. We'll take it. So there we go. We'll disband those troops, and of course these titles will need to be handed on out. There we go. Excellent. So that does open us up some potential territory up here. This is different. This is different over here. People must have submitted to the Great Khan. I wish it popped up a notification about that. Or maybe it did and I clicked through it. It's hard to say. But yeah, they must have submitted. Sounds good. We're going to go after these three next. So this one is just a Conquer County claim. We don't have a Mongol invasion CB on them. Or them. Or them. Wanted to let it tick there. Now there's a Mongol invasion. Okay, so we just needed to let it tick because our borders weren't there before. Got it. So we can do a single county claim here. That'll be probably the cheapest way to do this. Yeah, this will be the cheapest way to do it. As far as this goes, we probably need to do a... that's gross. A duchy level claim then. Well, actually, no, that's 375. The Mongol invasion of Kingdom would be cheaper. Okay. It is gross that it's only the two counties, but maybe they'll submit to the Great Khan. Who knows? This one, that's a reasonably efficient one. Excellent. We're going to raise up our special soldiers here. We are losing special soldiers, we know that. We always knew this would be the case. And we're going to raise up additional troops over here. They're going to immediately walk at this capital. She immediately submitted to the Great Khan. I love it. Okay, so we're instead going to walk up over here. We're waiting until our men-at-arms show up over here. And then we're going to go in and attack here. Just as soon as we can. Come on, men-at-arms. I really wish it indicated when the men-at-arms would raise up, but there we go. We'll call that good. And this should be just fine. We can call a hunt, and so we shall. Ooh, 96 stress loss. That was nice. That was extremely good right there. A rude vassal, huh? Acting like a child? Gonna be punished like a child. Okay. Got that done. Fantastic. Wait, is this going to also grab this over here? No. Okay. Good to know. That's not within the kingdom title. Sounds good. Okay. I'm thinking they might be going after our special soldiers here. Our special soldiers should still win this. Well, they're just walking away. Okay. We're gonna go siege. Sounds good to me. This will be just fine. And we're gonna get a bunch of this up here into the fold. We are going to need to attack this guy soon enough, and our truce with him appears to be up, so that's wonderful. Okay, I want to push up over this direction. There we go. That will be fantastic. 150 more prestige. And these sieges are well underway. We do catch this force here. We'll probably win it. What's our commander? We don't have a commander. Put this guy in. Now we'll definitely win it. And let's just head off over this way. I'd like to see some more submission to the Great Khan. That'd be nice. That was not a stack wipe, but that's okay. We got a valuable hostage. This might be a stack wipe. That was another valuable hostage. And it was indeed a stack wipe. And actually both of those were stack wipes. Okay. That's fine. So we're just heading up over here, and then we'll hit their capital next. 84% on this war over here. And ticking war score will bring that up. 38 days on that siege. Sounds good. These guys are still heading over to Pelham. And that's fine. That siege will be done in 3 months, allegedly. We'll see if it's actually that long. 10 days left over here. And I think this will wrap up this particular war. Yes, indeed it does. So we'll enforce those demands, and these guys can head on back over this way for now. We'll grant these off, like so. And there we go. So all we need now is to finish this. 35 days left on this siege, and that is fine. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to finish up this last little bit of war and continue the spread of the Mongol Empire. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time. And we're going to try to lose some of that weight. That'll be nice, too.